Hi, welcome back to Budget Prepping. I'm your host, Dr. Matt. Today we're continuing our series of the items I have in my bug out bag, but today we're kind of taking a little bit of a deviation on that because I'm going to talk about what I have on the outside of my bug out bag. Now, I mentioned on the episode that I actually talked about my bag, I actually have a series of four two pairs of Molles, M-O-L-L-E. These are just Molle bags. They're designed specifically to clip onto all of those little strappy hole things. So you just slide here and probably go through a couple of them here and then snap them on. And those are pretty healthy snaps, which I love because I wouldn't want to lose this. They, of course, they came with little plastic carabiners. Yeah, I might make a little safety loop to go around in case the snap broke and I didn't want to drop that inadvertently. They've got Velcro on the face, which now this particular case, it came with a flag. I'm a flag guy, that's okay by me. But other ones, I've got some medical ones that I'll go through in a different episode. But these guys are inexpensive. I think the pair was like 12 bucks. And I've got that link below. So like and subscribe. And then you can see the featured ones here. You can get your choice of varying colors. I'm kind of a black guy, but I chose the green because my bag is black, just because in that. Now this one here, I actually have emergency ration bars, and that fills the whole thing. So that's the job of this particular Molle here. I've got another one that I actually have in the trunk of my car with tuna packets, just tuna packets. And it's probably holding, 6 or 7 or 8 of those. But man, one of those tuna packets lasts me a long time when it comes to meals. This one here, this is my fire starter kit. We will go through this in extreme detail. I've got like 4 different ways to start a fire, all in this one bag. Absolutely amazing. And this one here, just randomly picking. This one is, looks like it's various. I've got some hand sanitizer. I've got a knife sharpener here, because if you're out and about and you use that knife a lot. I've got a finger saw. But again, all of these little tiny doodads that I've got laid out here, all fit within this realm. Now, in the time of disaster, what I would probably do, if I have the time, I would immediately go and lay this all stuff out, all either on the ground or right in my car, to decide what I actually want to carry with me. And that's important because I want to be able to fit this for what my needs are at the time. I'm assuming that I'm abandoning my car. And if you've seen the car I drive, that would make even more sense because I drive a piece of junk. So again, it is so important to have carrying with you the right stuff. If you don't have the stuff with you, then you are doomed. But if you have the stuff, then you can decide what you need to take to fit that specific need. Now, I do live on an island. There is a low-level mainland passage to get to my house. So in the event of an earthquake, that could very well happen in the Pacific Northwest with the Cascadia Fault decides to do its thing, sending a tsunami again, because the last one was June 26th at 9 p.m. in the year 1700. A geologist figured that out based on geological records and what they had recorded in Japan. Yeah, somebody's good at math there. And they say we're due for another one. So if that happens, a tsunami of potentially more than 100 feet is going to waylay Vancouver Island and all those low-lying homes. And the wave that they say that hit the Seattle area was like 50 to 60 feet. Not good. So in my case, if I'm on the mainland, I've got to get home. And if I don't time it right, I've got to wait till the tsunamis are done. So that means I'm probably waiting at least 8 hours, if not 12, if not 24. I probably have to endure an overnight there as well. So in those cases, I'd probably sleep in my car using my space blankets to keep warm, and then I would hit the road the next day. But I would have plenty of time in my car to lay out my stuff, figure out what I needed, try to stay secure overnight, and then hit the road first thing at first light in the next morning, trying to get through all that just to get myself home to take care of my family. But again, it's just being mindful of the gear, having the right gear, and it includes traveling with the right gear. And again, a huge part of what we want to do is help you pick the right gear on a budget, something that's not going to kill you, but be able to do that. So even just the one here with some emergency ration bars, This is potentially several days worth of food. Now, I can walk, even with flip-flops, I can walk 20 miles a day if I had to. You know, I've been to Disneyland. I know how that is. So no problem with that. So I just kind of budgeted in my head how far I am, and great. And of course, I'm going to use shortcuts. I am not staying on the freeway. I'm just going to travel through there. It may be best in urban areas to stay away from housing and other people. But again, people get weird, really, really weird. Anarchy happens within 24 hours of people skipping meals. So you know, it could be really, really nasty out there. And it's very important for you to do it right, or you will be in a lot of trouble. Always keep in mind the priorities of safety, shelter, heat, water, and then food. Never, ever, ever skip that, because it's so important to keep those. So safety over your shelter, safety over your heat, safety over your water, and safety over your food. That is probably the best way to see it. So anyway, we'll see you in next episode. Take care.